There's two online.
Oh, good. Well, the lenses.
So we are good. Is it the lenses or is it Teresa?
Teresa and Mike.
Teresa and Mike.
So you are good to go, Ms. Chairman.
Alrighty. Would you guys like to share that or take it or whatever?
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy.
My pleasure.
We good?
You're good to go.
Awesome. We shall call the meeting to order. It is 7:01. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
Of the United States of
United States
America,
of America,
the
the
republic
republic
which it
which
stands,
it stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible.
liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call, please.
Secretary isn't here this evening, so I am taking over that charge.
Oh, there you go.
Commissioner Avey,
Here.
Commissioner Gillen. Here. Commissioner Rossini LaPierre,
Present.
Marissa Lenzi. Paul Lenzi. Fernando Rosa, he is excused. Deanna Rainey,
Here.
Tiffany Hamgovia, she is excused. Taj Shemi. Here. Jonathan Galligan. Here. And Michael Lucas.
Here, on Zoom.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, we did not have a meeting last month. We didn't have a quorum. It was July. A lot of people were away.
Right.
So we are approving the minutes of June 4th.
That is correct.
So I was not here, so I will abstain as I have seen done before.
Mhm.
I did watch the meeting, but
I don't remember. if
Was
I
it
here on the 4th? Was I here?
you
No.
were totally here, yeah.
I was
You and Tiffany
without
were
you?
here without me.
Okay.
I can motion to approve.
There we go.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Or, okay,
All right.
any opposed? And any abstaining?
Which
That
is
would
an
be me.
abstention, correct.
All right. Public participation.
There is no one online, Ms. Chairman.
Okay. We can move forward. A Chamber of Commerce report.
Okay, the only thing I can offer right now is they had their golf tournament Monday. I think they got up to 45 or 50 people. I think it was a success. I did not participate this year. I think the next thing we have our eye on is the Waterfall Festival in September.
Think of that.
So of course, they're gonna be looking for vendors, sponsors, and that's all I have at the moment. I think that's it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Waterfall Festival. I think it's the last Saturday of the month. I don't remember which day that is, but it's definitely the last Saturday
September.
of September, yes.
I can find it because I did put it in my phone.
And Chalk Walk, everyone forgets about the Chalk Walk, so I just want to put out there if anyone, there's any artists.
Overseen by the Art League,
Correct.
and it is Saturday, September 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Nice.
Takes place on Market Square.
Yes, that's always a great event.
I enjoy that. Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Yes. It did for the extravaganza. Oh my goodness. Did we
Yes.
not have the most sorry, just have to acknowledge.
Well, after all the years.
We're never
we've
getting
had-
that again. That was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. After all the awful weather we've had, that was great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Moving on.
So just as a note on old business, I didn't realize Sonia was coming this evening.
Oh, I
Oh.
apologize.
No worries, no worries,
Okay.
no worries.
So
So,
it's not on the, yeah.
so if you guys want to just put her under old business, because she spoke before, you guys can do that, and if you,
So it kind of, I'll be honest, I think all of the discussions under old business are gonna meld to Sonia at the end of them, if that makes sense. So why don't we start lightly talking about Hobby Odyssey things, if Jonathan has anything to update us? And then we can move into talking to Sonia, because she started working with, oh, wow, very cool. She started, well, we'll get there. How about that?
There we go.
Okay,
It's all
so
gonna wrap together.
why don't we start with like regular talk about Hobby Odyssey, and then that'll lead us into working with Sonia. Is that cool? Cool. So what, Jonathan, want to start?
No new updates on the Hobby Odyssey. I know, Sony's been working, with the people on the council to help out to kind of give more of a structure and more of a layout, more of a formal foundation that'll hopefully be more, well, I think you used the term for it, but it was like building a landing pad, but not landing, you're taking off there. I forgot what it's called.
Launch.
Yeah, but it's like for airports.
A launch pad?
But it's like, but you don't.
A runway?
But yeah, that's the one.
The runway?
I need, it was like, yeah, because the launch was just a vertical. It was more, horizontal.
I need-
Momentum.
I'm good at charades. I need you to completely act it out and then I can guess it.
I am not a good plane. I will.
Oh, no.
I don't got the vertical for it. So she's building a runway is
Got it.
what I meant from all of that. Yep, so we got that going on. Other than that, I think we'll probably get an update or some conversation about that, and I know everyone's gonna get apprised of that, and then we can kind of figure out where the next steps are with that. But I was very optimistic and very hopeful when I saw it and I was looking at it.
Cool.
It was really solid and, familiar with a little bit with like strategic planning and everything like that. And the more prep, you double the prep time, you have a
Okay.
lot less problems and frustration during implementation. And that usually builds to better, more efficient, longer, sustainable outcomes. So more prep is always a good thing. So I saw a lot of preparation in it and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so I feel like we're at the point where we need to bring everyone else in because I think we just sent that to you.
No, I got to see it in IRL on that computer over there.
Oh, there we go. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, all right. So Hobby Odyssey and town branding, the welcome letter will,
If I may.
yeah,
On the welcome letter, can I just interject and then we can just roll right through everything else?
sure.
The welcome letter, I think we kind of agreed on that. The town managers agreed to it. I was waiting on a list from you guys as to who we're gonna send these to.
You're right.
Oh, why
Okay.
did I think we already had a list
No, we
from
were,
that meeting?
we
So
were
this
kicking
is-
around ideas, so I just want to make sure that we keep that in the loop.
This is what has happened.
Kathy has lots of papers.
I printed off a lot of stuff. I ran into Gail last night at the, National Night Out, and had a conversation about the fact that she had put forward a letter with suggestions for recognizing people that have been here forever. We have a lot of staples in Newington, businesses that have been here for over 25 years.
Makes sense to start there.
So we have her letter. She was hoping that she would get some feedback, positive, negative, otherwise.
But we went over the letter and we said to keep it simple.
Went over the welcome letter.
So-
Had his name for it.
Oh, there's different letters.
So this is a copy of the Newington Classic. So I printed off some copies along, I just made one copy of the lists that Gail, the
Thank you.
businesses that Gail had suggested we recognize. For example, we talked about Fazio's, we talked about Tilcon, Hoffman's, Olympia, Bolarama, Newington Electric, Duxa, so on and so forth. It's in an email for the people that have just joined us. I'm sure I can forward it. So,
I was gonna say that is exactly what Eric needs, right?
so with Eric, Eric may have been on this, but
I'm sure that I was,
That's okay.
I get a lot of emails.
well, and again,
You-
I think this is what happened is we kind of.
No one shames anyone for not opening emails. We know that.
I'm excited about how many things we have initiated in this group. I think we're gonna have to kind of pick and choose and work our way through them and make sure we all follow through. I'm guilty of that as well. So that being
So
said-
after this list, what else do you need from us to get this?
It-
So this is the classic, not the welcome letter.
Right, so this is just the, hey, thanks for being
Being
in.
part of our
Newington
Thanks
so
for
long,
being
whatever.
amazing in this amazing town. Keep being amazing. Sign.
So if you guys are okay with the letter, because I honestly don't remember it off the top of my head, yeah.
So it's been a while. And again, I think we had a lot of things going on at the same time.
Yep.
So
You got new people on it.
exactly. So take a look at it. If Eric doesn't hear anything by the end of the week,
Yeah.
we're gonna assume that everybody's happy with how the letter was presented. And we will start plugging it in with the businesses that we started the list with.
So do we need to quickly make a list of welcome letters to just start off for the month? Like, should we give you like,
Well, if you just want to do the thank you letters first, that's fine. I mean,
So we'll deal with this one first. We'll
And
deal
then-
with the Newington Classics, because we have a list to work off of, and then we can build on that and then go back to the welcome.
okay,
Or I know Gail was worried that time would pass and then they
Yeah, I think you guys were talking about what time period is a welcome.
Within the first
6
year.
months or the first year, so maybe, again, if it really are two separate letters.
Yep,
one's for
totally.
old people, one's for new people. If you're gonna choose and start with the people who've been here forever, we wanna, if somebody should be keeping a list of new businesses as they come in, so once you start with the other, or you can do them concurrently, I don't know, but somebody's gotta be keeping track of the new.
So again, I'm gonna direct this to you because you're the one that's managing this for us,
Mhm.
right?
Would you
So
like
what
me
would
to
you
come
like to
in?
do?
I can stop in and at least put it into a document. Do you want me to sit with you one day and?
I can come by on a Monday and help gather all the letters and like kick it off.
I mean, once we have the form letter done, that's easy. I just really need to,
That was
The-
one we did not create yet. Nobody has put forward a welcome letter yet.
Well, that's
right, but we have that.
Yes,
and
we
if-
did. That was the original letter. This is
I'm
the
sorry.
second letter.
I apologize, then I
Classic.
overlooked.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was 3 months ago, so don't.
Yeah, the welcome
yeah.
letter we're good on and Jonathan is good on it. And he's good on signing them and
You
sending them
needed
out.
the list.
I need the list for those. That was
for the welcome letter.
So why
Okay.
don't we,
You and I
And
can
then-
put our heads together.
well, we can yell it out in 10 seconds.
Well, I don't want to get you sidetracked from other stuff too, so
Already
however.
sidetracked.
Okay.
We're already there. We are in the other lane. We're about to exit. We're about to
Runway.
exit. So Dave's Hot Chicken.
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah, that's chicken, yeah. Yep.
As a classic?
No,
I'm only
that's a
gonna think
new-
of
new
food, so who
business.
else is
New
open?
business.
Does the chamber have a list of who they've done in 2025 for Ribbon Cutting?
So again, the chamber's gonna be a whole different game though, hun. Like they could be out of town, they could be, here for 5 years and do a ribbon cutting. If we're gonna do people that just opened in the last 6 months.
Okay, I just thought the chamber would have a list of people they've done ribbon cutting.
So-
In the year 2025.
It's possible, but the problem becomes they only do a ribbon cutting if they have paid to join the
And
chamber.
if they become a member, yeah.
So that's the only wrinkle.
So Shake Shack opened that whole plaza.
Shake Shack opened last year, but yeah.
Was that last year?
It was
But we
actually.
can still recognize
Yeah,
them.
Kava, same thing. but
Kava.
they're
What
all-
else is in there? That Playa Bowls, PJ's Coffee.
PJ Coffee, Pliable,
There's a chiropractor.
Shut them out.
the chiropractor's there.
Nothing, any
Marketplace
businesses that
Kitchen is
opened up in the
opening.
last 6 months
The
to a
new
year?
place right in the corner, the restaurant, top floor restaurant.
Cava, the
Cava.
Casadoro.
Casadoro.
Oh, yeah.
Casadoro. Um,
There's the pickleball place across
Pickleball.
the way.
there's like 4 pickleball places
Sorry.
that opened.
That whole subsection by Cumberland Farms next to the,
Those have all been pretty much
Next to a
open.
car wash.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
where you
option.
got, Hot Haven
Oh, Fed
Chicken,
Road.
yeah,
Gotcha.
there Jersey Mike's and all those. They've all been open now.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, how funny.
It changed to the Cumberland Farm. yeah.
Sorry, you say Cumberland Farms, I think Weathersfield, Berlin Turnpike. Ollie's. Is that a good start? And then we could yell 10 more out next month?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, if you,
Thank you for.
I can't see anything up there. Let us know if you have things to add. Or just write them in the chat and Eric can scream them out.
Yeah,
I
no,
can-
you guys, it sounded like everybody hit everything that's been open within the last like year or so. And at this point, like we can start with those and then go to things that have already been established, like as time goes
What's the new
on.
Tanning place that my daughter worked at. It used to be near Joe's. I forgot the new name.
That's on you,
It's
girlfriend.
next to Starbucks.
Mhm.
We just did a ribbon cutting there. Oh my God.
something soul. No.
Sunless? No, I'll find it. I'll find out what it is. The tanning place next to Starbucks.
Okay, is that a good start?
Mhm.
So now we have the welcome, 10 welcomes and a whole bunch of the classics. And we will let you know.
I'll send these to
If you don't hear anything by the end of the day, Friday, this is good to go.
It
Thank
looks
you
like-
for all that work, Gail. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm glad that there's
Activity on it.
commission here that is willing to.
You got it.
I think I agree that I think it's important. We want to let people know that we're happy that they're in town and that they're recognized.
Totally.
Just to be acknowledged, I think is significant.
Yep, and then we'll just keep this list going.
Looks like the patch has a list of businesses that registered.
I bet, if our friend from Newington Scoop is watching, I wonder if he has something he can send over.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
Do we know who that is?
honey,
You do? I don't
when
know.
I
who that is.
say of my friend from Newington Scoop, that
Okay,
is the name.
I'm
Okay,
just
you
so
understand what I'm?
oblivious. Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else with the letters?
We're
Just get-
missing
yeah,
a
just give me
quotation
the-
mark on Newington Classic.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Fix that. Okay.
Other than that, this reads well.
I'll circle it, so we'll give it to Eric and he sees it now.
Okey doke. Okay, so we're good with the letters. That is a great start. That's a hobby. Honestly, okay. All right, so let's cross off the letters are good. So why don't we go into Sonia, because I feel, unless you have something like other than the town branding, but I feel like we can't really do either of those things without the money. So
Yes,
right,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
it's
point. Okay.
important, and I can go towards what steps need to happen for the website to be successful and provide that information so that we have an understanding of what hours
Perfect.
and money needs to go into it.
Okay, so that being said, Sonia is here. She is the grant writer for the town. You guys met her last month without, or 2 months ago, actually. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So she has done, do we call it a logic model?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A logic model for the Hobby Odyssey. Now, in my talking with her, I did stress to her how great it is that we're gonna look for grants to support the Hobby Odyssey. But even before that, or you know, same time, our town branding is what is gonna support Hobby Odyssey and other little things that we do, right? So I was telling her about the tourism website that we wanted to make, and she was like, oh my God, we could totally, we could run with that.
We can use the framework.
So why don't I turn it over to Sonia and we can all help and see what's going on with working.
Is there a way I can share my screen? Like do I have to
Absolutely.
go
Just,
over
just,
there? Or what's the best way?
oh, you're not on Zoom, are you?
No, sure, I can log into Zoom.
Yeah, if you want to log into Zoom, or you can send it to me and I can put it up either way.
Okay, can we send it over to you? And you,
That's
okay.
fine. I'll put it up. Yep.
So this again.
Totally.
I feel like we should have just muted for something. Well,
Resume this. Resume this.
Excuse me.
Excuse.
I'm gonna send you two things. One we're gonna.
Okay.
One is the filled out logic model to give everybody kind of like.
You're gonna pass this down, I'll show. Look over your shoulder.
That's the example version. For the Hobby Odyssey.
Very fancy, very fancy.
Really gotta see if you're gonna understand the rules and regulations, or you're gonna bring it in, how you're gonna bring it in. Busy people. All business,
We
all
should get her
business.
at E-Grant.
Okay, so I can explain to you while it's being pulled up. The framework, a logic model is used to, as the name suggests, logically go, how would you complete a project from start to finish? It's also a tool I use when I work with clients They don't know that I'm doing this in the background, but I'm secretly collecting this information. And then what I do is I use it and I can write a grant around it. It's going to say what activities, it's going to give like an overall framework. What's the goal? What were you trying to achieve? And just based on what you're trying to achieve, what would you need to do? It's the who, what, when, why, where, and how. So what activities, he's pulling up the one right now, is
The other
the
one
one
too.
that's filled out. It's just like an example of one. That way, can you guys see it up there?
Can you
Okay.
zoom?
We're sharing our printouts too, so
Oh,
I
okay.
think we're good, but that's good for people online
Online,
and stuff, yeah.
okay.
Or for those in the audience.
Yes,
Gotcha.
and yes,
So it's basically when you're writing a grant, you want to answer the funders' questions, who, what, when, why, where, and how. So, and the why is like, like the what are you trying to achieve is the overall goal, like, what are you trying to do? Why you're trying to do it, what would be the outcomes or the results, when you're going to do it, and how is the activities. And then what you need to do it is another what is the resources. If you were to try to get all this done, what do you need to accomplish it? Those are the resources. And that's what I'm writing. That's what I'm asking the funders for. So this kind of
we're the
activity.
founders.
What's that?
Are we the founders?
The funders.
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 Oh,
Yeah,
I was
we are-
like.
we are
we're-
not
we
those.
Found that, okay.
Yeah, the founders are asking the funders.
There you
So-
go.
Oh, so this is I have a blank one here to start, like, I haven't totally blanked it out yet, but I was gonna just use this as a shell to, if we want to walk through an activity to show you how it runs.
Mike Lucas has a question. Sorry.
The audacity.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna ask, before like activities, outputs, and short-term outcomes were showing, but now they're blank. Can we get it so that they were showing again, or?
Oh, yeah, this is a shell one, so go back to the
Oh,
other one.
okay.
Which is the one I filled out just to give everybody like I did this in a vacuum, right? I based it on what I knew about the town and, what I know about these activities, but kind of give you like a framework of.
Gotcha.
what-
I was just like reading it, so I just wanted to finish reading it, see what it said.
Yeah, actually, I can open it back up. I can't see it up there either.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mhm.
so what I made this up, like what we're trying to do is in this model, we're trying to come up with an initiative to engage businesses. That's what we want to change the pride of the town and get everybody into these spaces more actively. And in order to do that, these are suggested activities that we would do to move that forward. You always assess where you want to be. You want to create a Newington brand, and that's what we've talked about tonight, is getting the website. That's part of that. That would be an activity that you would take from this macro into a micro logic model. And then some of the activities you would do for this business engagement piece I made up Get Fit February, but February might not be the right month. We talked about jog into January or something like that, however you want to do it. But that would be like also taking each of these activities would turn into its own logic model. And then I just, so I just came up with a list of activities and what I would expect to change. What would be the output, and then what we expect to change, right? The outputs are the actual products, and the short-term outputs are what we would see hopefully happening right away, and then the long-term goals along the way. So that's kind of where we're framing it. And then in order to do all this, what would you need? What kind of resources? Because it doesn't happen by magic. What would you need to produce or have at your, what kind of resources would you have? So I started making a blank one, and we can just go down one page on what you're looking at. So this is more of a micro one, the second one, and we could fill this out tonight, but for a website. So we would need a lot of the same stuff, town council and EDC support, like what would we need to carry out the activities? I like to start with like, what do you want? I was kind of start with the outputs, like what do you want to see at the end of the day? And do those outputs, are they really going to have an impact before you start trying to frame it, and then you back into the resources. That's how my mind thinks, but it could be a little bit more organic. It's not, I'm not married to that. And then if you scroll down just one more. And based on the activities, here would be something that as a result of doing an activity, we end up with a calendar. In a website, we'd end up with a website as the output. So that's a sample of an output. So do we have any questions on?
I feel like maybe, because I'll be honest, I don't know what to give you. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like, do you have questions for us?
I can
that
guide you
we
through,
can-
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll walk you through it. But it's more like,
That
it's always messy in the beginning, and I'll take all your input and
Okay.
don't expect, you can be all over the place.
We are
Don't-
all over the place.
And then I'll take it back and I'll turn it into something that looks like this.
Okay.
That-
Okay,
We love that.
okay.
Do you have a list of activities that you want already? Or I guess, is this trying to be brainstormed, but also, but it might be helpful to, for example, to use, what did you do in December?
The passport?
Yeah, it might be helpful to take an activity that you already have and then go through this whole model.
What they wanted, I talked to Deanna, and she wanted to start with
You have
getting
to
a
start with the
website.
website.
One of the activities would be a website. That's what the branding, so to get the branding done. So one of the, it's to create a pathway to get a website done.
So
So
from what
that's
I
one of the
understand, this
activities.
is her grant. So now she went ahead and did the one for the Hobby Odyssey already. So we're gonna help her fill out one for the website, which is gonna encompass everything that we do. All the, does that make sense?
So it's like if we
So
go
we have to
back
do
up-
one
yeah.
for all of them.
Different one.
And that also, if I'm correct, that's a bigger net that we can put out, like,
So yeah, each of these things, eventually
see what kind of grants we can get.
how I would use the one, if you scroll all the way back up to the top here. The top is like looking at a big picture of the overall activities to engage the community. And then each of the little activities underneath it can be exploded into their own logic model. Okay, so we know we have an issue on the branding side. So before we can move forward or in a logical way, before we do the Hobby Odyssey, we need a website. So that's activity number one. So when we do a sample activity logic model, which is on the next page
Especially
down.
because we don't have a Facebook page, we don't have access to the website.
Right,
We
so
have
this is where I'm
nothing.
gonna
This is-
start typing
This
furiously.
tourism
in a second.
website idea is like,
So your first activity is creating a website and you're gonna use this model.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's a grant writer. We're trying to get her to write the grants so that then we can get the money to do the
So
website.
yes, in a way, we are feeding her the information.
To fill out the logic model.
We're helping her apply for grants, and then the grant money is gonna support the
Our goals.
website, the Hobby Odyssey, the passport, anything else that we can come up with.
So if I'm going to a funder, I would use the activity model to say, we want to achieve. I would use this, I would do this more of a sponsorship actually for this kind of thing, but I would say, Big Sky, I think you want to sponsor this activity because it's going to help our town get more fit, to create relationships across our interests. So I basically take all this information, put it into sentences. And I say, in order to do the activities that we want to carry out, we need your help because we're going to need a person a paid intern to pull all the information together. And I explained to him the resources. This turns into sentences or one-pagers that would explain the value of the activity that we're trying to carry out, but also identifies all the resources you need to make it happen.
Teresa has her hand raised. Go ahead, Teresa.
We're going to ask businesses in town for money to
No.
help
No.
promote this.
No, it goes beyond that.
No, so hold on, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Forget the Hobby Odyssey, forget the passport, forget all the things. We're literally talking to Sonia so she can help us write grants.
To get money
That's it.
outside.
We're not
of the
talking about,
town.
Okay, then I misunderstood what she
Yeah,
said.
a side benefit of this is that it gives you also a pathway to carry out the activity. So not
I
only,
think we're getting really into the weeds. We aren't grant writers.
no, but.
No, I'm
yeah,
just saying,
Yeah.
I need you to just ask us questions and we
Yeah.
can help you.
So
get-
what I
write the grant.
need is the framework of
Yes.
I need what you need to do, how you're going to accomplish creating the website. So if you, like, for example, I'm gonna ask you, what do you want the website to look like? What, are you gonna hire someone to do it? Do you have in-house expertise to
You wanna
do? Do you
take the
have the
lead?
time? If you have do you have the time, even though you have the expertise, and do you have the time? If you don't have the time, who would you hire? What kind of resources would you need to make that happen? And at the end of the day, what do you envision this website to do? Do you expect it to, your outputs, do you expect people to be able to sign up online? Do you want an interactive
Okay,
website?
let
Yeah,
him-
like
let him
that.
answer.
Well, I was gonna let her finish her questions.
Yeah,
and
those
then I
are,
can-
but
I
that's
can
kind
answer
of like,
those.
just, and I'm gonna start typing.
Okay.
Okay, so, where do you want to start?
What do you want the website to do?
Website, we want it to promote tourism and business for the town of Newington. We want it to feature calendars for events. We want to feature a map of the town, as well as links to social media and various other pieces within that. That's the minimum of what it really should do.
Okay, and then if you were to do this, what would you expect to happen once you had this all framed out, once you created all this?
So models we've done in the past have been,
He does this full time with other towns.
marketing is a
Yes.
full-time job, yeah.
Yes.
Essentially, what we've done with other towns is it is up to the EDC, whether it's one person or multiple, to work with a design agency to go over, look, feel, however that is, make sure that the work is being done efficiently, and then can report that to the larger committee, or that design agency can join the meeting and show progress. That's typically how we do it in that case. It is then the responsibility of either the committee as a whole or one person to oversee the website and things that go with it. And then the model that we use is the towns are able to submit events that are happening for the calendar on their own, and then that can be approved and then added to the calendar. So we're not manually submitting each event that's happening for those businesses. They're doing it on their own. We're encouraging them to do it. And then we're going, okay, this is an event that's happening. Let's get all these in for the month or whatever that looks like.
Okay, and who is monitoring the website? What's the resource you have for that?
So monitoring the website would be either the design agency itself is sometimes retained in that case, or it would be a committee member who takes responsibility. Typically on the web side of things, the functionality of it, it would be the responsibility of the design agency that built the site to do maintenance, hosting, et cetera.
So you need a hosting site. What other like tangible things do you need to have to do this? So those be your resources.
So yeah, so resources would be hosting, URL domains, different plugins that may apply. Most of the ones that we utilize are free, but it depends on the agency that's doing it. Different other resources for the website. Those are the main three that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Design support. We're going to need designers, so that's going to be either somebody that we bring in or the agency itself will have.
Is maintenance done internally, or is it done like you got, I mean, because like that's an ongoing, and that's usually a pain.
Typically that is handled by the agency that builds the site. That's something that they have, where
Okay.
it's a monthly service that they provide to you by checking the back end and making sure, like, if we have any issues, we write to them and they apply for it. They able to fix that. I don't have web experience. I don't have coding experience. Unless we build it in some kind of platform that allows for that. It's typically any kind of major bugs that come through are
Well-
handled by somebody.
Because I mean, I used to do WordPress for UConn and the academic departments that I managed. No, I didn't really manage. I managed the websites for them, and they were definitely there. That was the job. But like, because the thing is, like, if there's actually a problem with the program and the software, I think, like that's a different thing than like if a link's dead or it like, you know, doing just general maintenance to update and
It would be
clean.
up to us to update the content.
But then also too is like also removing content that's no longer relevant, or basically you're doing a lot of washing of it.
Right.
Is you're cleaning it, you're scrubbing it, you're making sure that that information that's relevant, consistent, being utilized, and then is there any analytics support that evaluates like how the site is being used to kind of that what is and isn't being looked at, what is and isn't being used, and what is and isn't working? Because potentially there could be things that exist that you just don't know they don't work, and they're not being utilized because of the fact that they're not serving a purpose.
Right.
Because of that. So is there any analytics support that's in?
So that would need to be set up with the building of the site. It would be Google Analytics typically.
Yeah, they're fun.
And that allows us to, as he said, see what pages are being visualized. But as far as the building of the site, that comes later on. So Google Analytics is part of that. That's a free service. It just has to be added.
Is Google, it's not, I didn't believe it was free.
It should be free for your,
Okay, it's
or it may be part of the Google
'Cause-
subscription.
because when I've used Google Analytics before, the only way that you could access it as a demo was through their website to look at their Google store for merchandising that you could purchase. As far as like an actual application to your website, it was a packaged add-on. So I'm wondering if maybe depending on who you're going to for whatever web service, whatever, I don't know if that's a thing where that might be something that needs to be added on.
Yeah, it's something we can
but then-
talk to them.
But even if you did add it on, you do have to have someone with the skill set to do
So
that.
what's the topic that we're talking
Sorry.
about? That's okay.
Analytics.
Google
Analytics,
Analytics,
okay.
yes.
So a resource that we would need is an analytic manager, someone, and the activity that they would carry out is managing the analytics and sharing them, right?
Yeah, so it's overseeing the traffic and analytics of the site.
So
yes.
those are, okay, it's in the traffic, and this would be reported out to who?
It could be reported to the committee and then the committee can decide how to move forward. If we're overseeing the website, I think that's how it would go. I don't know if it needs to be, you know, more people need to be involved in any kind of capacity, but that's, you know, we're starting at this level.
So the design agency would be a resource that you don't have yet, but would like to hire.
Correct.
Okay, and is there any kind of budget that you have right now for it?
I don't believe we have any budget right now
So you
for it.
need a budget,
Correct.
dollars for,
And Teresa had her hand raised.
Okay.
Again. Go
I'm
ahead, Teresa,
just-
sorry.
I'm just curious. How much does a design agency cost?
So it varies based on the budget that we have and the type of piece that we're putting out. But
Okay.
when I brought this up, it was we estimated about $10,000 to do the brand work.
Okay, and then all these little, I'll call them add-ons, like the analytics, the updating the information, is that part of the $10,000 that we're looking for, or do those cost extra?
We don't even know if it's $10,000. We don't know what grants she's gonna find.
Right, but to answer her question is yes, once we have the site built, there will be additional costs from there on. And that becomes part of a marketing budget for the town itself that is allocated year to year and can fluctuate over as time goes on and how we feel is necessary.
Do you
Okay,
feel
so
like
we
there are
don't know
grants
how
out there to
much
help maintain?
A design agency costs,
so.
is what
so
you're
I-
saying.
I would suggest a website that is revenue generating as well, so that it self-sustains. So you can have businesses that pay
Right.
cost
Sponsorships.
sponsorships, you can have a nominal fee to sign up, very small, and then the maintenance of the ongoing maintenance costs might be smaller, but I think you should, like, if I were to ask a funder, one of the questions they ask is how you plan to sustain the website.
Mhm.
So a fee for service kind of That's nothing that's going to break anybody's bank, but it's more like almost, within their operations and marketing budgets that they could handle. It's something you'd have to consider or might consider to sustain it. I think I could probably find some sort of funding that would fund like on a small basis to get some sort of funding for it. And again, this also could be something that you might consider a sponsorship for to do it, or a short fundraiser. The things that you're doing too, those hobby odysseys and everything like that, those are opportunities to also bring your business community together and a common goal to create a website like this that will only help them, so promote their business. Eventually be like a small outlay for them, but it would be if it's done in a way that's collaborative and across businesses. And like one of the resources I would put in here is not only this committee, but a broader business survey, of how do you want this website designed? How would you use it? How much would you pay? So that way you have an understanding going before you put pen to paper, what you can expect the community to contribute. So doing a little bit of background, your design agency might do that for you.
I wanted to sort of, you mentioned revenue model and revenue generating. I'm wondering if we could even pair that with the letters, because I see that we give them a title of a Newington Classic. I'm wondering if we could pair the cost of advertising on the platform to a discount with that label of a Newington Classic. Something like that would build interest and kind of engagement and value to the label, such that, you're given that label, you're told about it as a discount. You're like, oh man, now I kind of want to jump into this thing to do it because of that, incentive. I'm wondering even too, if you could pair that with the newcomer letters as a temporary discount that could go out as well for a period of time. And that could hopefully potentially drive their traffic and interest in revenue generation with the site. And potentially, even if you're able to get enough through that model, that could even offset the costs of the other programs that we're trying to do, like the Hobby Odyssey, et cetera.
I have a question for the people who know much more about this than I do. Is there a large difference in cost or effort between a landing page and a website?
Yeah.
Yes.
Significantly.
The landing page, I mean, they're essentially both the same, but a landing page is a much lighter build in terms of what they are. Functionally, it is a good place to start.
Too flat or too static versus having a web page?
I think in terms of if we wanted to get Hobby Odyssey off the road, like off the runway,
Thank you.
and we wanted to have something in place and we don't have the funds, or we find that, okay, we've got a grant and it's only about this much, but it can get us to a landing page.
Okay.
Right.
It's
So
a starting point.
It's a good starting point,
Okay.
and it's very good for specific things, like an event, like the Waterfall Festival, for example. A landing page is a good start. Or the Hobby Odyssey, a landing page is a good start.
Okay.
Or like where we can just use it seasonally, even like for the passport would only be on there for like
Correct.
a month or whatever. And then Hobby Odyssey would be on there like the rest of the time.
Correct.
or-
You would have a landing page that says what's new in Newington, and all of our advertising, however that looks, or even organic social media could go, visit this page to learn more about this event. Hobby Odyssey shows up, the passport shows up, whatever we change that landing page to be.
So maybe less heavy lifting to start with a landing page. I don't know where we're gonna land financially.
Correct.
Truly, I
Correct.
don't know what's happening.
Right, and the way I see it is you go for aspiration and then you scale back on
Okay.
what is
So
available.
that's choice B. Choice A, we'll shoot for the webpage. We
Correct.
can't get there, we land.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
then you have a
I wanted to
landing
make
page.
sure I was understanding the difference between the two.
No, it's a good question to ask.
Okay.
I mean, would a landing page work if we just did a landing page off of the town website? No, that's not a thing.
A link to a landing page, would that be allowed?
So I'm not IT department. It can certainly be asked.
Yeah, it can be asked. My concern would be design constraints or any kind of information.
Again,
like
we
that.
want it to be separate so that it's two
Right.
different branding.
Typically, when you have a
things. Okay.
tourism page, it's separated from the
This is-
town
okay.
civil kind of page.
Okay,
Because they can't advocate.
just wanted to
for
make sure we
certain-
weren't like trying too much or
No,
something,
that's,
you know what I
it's
mean?
good questions to
Well,
ask.
there's,
Okay.
it makes sense to use whatever resources we have available to us already.
Correct.
Right, but again, that's why we're talking with our grant writer, we're
Okay.
not
Go
paying
ahead,
$2,000 and trying.
Mike, go ahead. Mike Lucas has his hand raised online.
Yeah, I just had a question regarding for the cost. So essentially, there's like a $10,000 starting fee for that designer website. And then there's like a monthly writer charge that comes after that. Do you know if that's like a percentage each month, or does it fluctuate based on what add-ons we include?
So typically the additional monthly cost is the price of hosting the website as well as the domain. So it's essentially you're paying for the server access. So that can be paid separately if the town has access to it. If the town's doing it now, we could
Right.
potentially host it on our own servers.
Right, it could be, yes.
So it's
Gotcha.
yeah, so it's a cost that's
Oh,
going to
gotcha.
happen regardless of whether or not it's done through the agency or ourselves.
And do we know what that cost is? Like, at least like roughly, like even if we don't have an exact cost, like what can that be expected as like a long-term monthly cost?
Right, so monthly costs are no more than a couple hundred, depending on what service you're looking at, and some of that is built in from the agency maintaining it. And then server fees can be varying depending on the server that you're using.
I mean, are we at the point, like, would you need like a quote from,
Yeah.
Someone
yeah,
to-
Eventually, I'll give you a shell of a budget. And then, we'll have to go out and ask what it's going to be, because the funder's gonna wanna know
are you able to do
what their-
that this month?
Do we have the
With
source codes
your-
though? Potentially for different,
private.
depending on the cost, I'm assuming we might have to go, I don't know.
Under $100,000 now,
Oh.
so
man, you
it
guys are-
should be, you shouldn't have to go out to bid unless I get
We were a lot
state
stricter
grant.
at UConn.
Yeah, that's a state. That's state.
That's a
entity.
university.
Yeah, university, state, and if it's state
Mhm.
funding. if it's-
We're quasi, we're weird.
Yeah, I know. So if it's state funding, federal state
Yeah.
funding, there's all these different procurement rules, but
Yeah,
if it's
right.
under a certain threshold, it doesn't have to go under the scrutiny. You know, for this amount of money, and also I feel like a website could be, I would ask you guys to brainstorm about how a website could be revenue generating, advertisements, all different ways that you could run contests. I mean, there's all different things you could do.
You could literally make t-shirts that say 06111 and be fine.
Right,
Yeah.
or stuff like that, or, there's all different unique ways to, a website can generate funding,
People are
so there's.
looking for
Even
new
just having
integration.
advertisement on the websites for like local businesses could be a way to both produce revenue for the website and boost awareness of local businesses.
Totally.
Right, you can have sponsorships for that site where they show up on the footer or wherever and
Right.
It's a scroll, yeah.
Like the calendar, you get like your logo in there
you could be a
instead of
calendar
just like,
sponsor, you could be a map sponsor. There's
And
many
then-
ways we
You
can
could
do it.
even have.
right? Sold.
Even
could
if they
even-
have a link that they could like click on and then brings them to the company's website or something.
Exactly.
Right,
Right.
but before you even do that, I would, you have to bring your business to the table and ask if that's something they want to do.
Correct.
Right, so there's a whole bunch of, I put, a research activity here is reach out to the businesses, one of the activities you want to do to get there, and then I think I have an idea of aspirationally where you want to go and how, like, get there, kind of like, you don't have to, roam kind of thing that wasn't in a day, so there's time to do this, but it also having those activities, and then like your outputs would be, I'm starting to frame those while you guys are talking. But your outputs would be a calendar for business, map of business, social media, interactive calendar. Those would be some of your outputs. And then a self-sustaining website is one of the things I put here as an output. Because I think we can look at other models. I'll go through other models too. I have a team that does all the research, and I'll have them look at other councils' websites to see how they generate revenue.
Did you already tell her the one that, Old Saybrook?
Oh, so we did the Old Saybrook website, which is sayoldsaybrook.com. That's one that we built and is an example that we've been using. I know the town of Washington has a fairly strong tourism website. And then Discover Litchfield Hills, which is more like a CT visit kind of piece. But there's a lot of different sites there as well.
Saybrook, Litchfield, or what was the other one?
Discover Litchfield and
Washington.
then Washington,
Washington.
and that's Washington, Connecticut.
And when you looked at those, did they have a revenue generating piece to it or advertisements on it or?
I'd have to look. I know they advertise like they put out advertisements for the page itself. I do not know if they have any kind of generation on them.
Okay, that's something I'm gonna put my team on. They can just like research this like
Yeah.
crazy. Revenue generating. And I'm also gonna have them look for funders that would,
Just in the interest of time, because I know we have at least 2 more things to go over. Is
I
there,
think I've got enough.
You
to-
did?
to
Okay,
get it.
great.
Yeah.
so where do you want to leave off with us? Are you just gonna
I will.
come back next month to report?
Oh, gosh,
or
no. You'll have this by Monday.
Oh, gee, oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay,
Yeah,
then.
yeah, we do these all the time. So you'll have this by Monday, the research. I'm not just me. I have
Yes.
2
Wow.
associates.
No, we get that, but
with
we're
it,
still
so they're-
impressed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I did the other one too. I just farm it out and then
Okay.
I have it, then I guide them through it, coach them through it, and then
Okay.
I get the product back. I look at it and I swing it back out to you guys. That's, so with some, for if you want to go through and do, the passport and or take the Hobby Odyssey and bring that, those are my guesses, right? Based on what I know
Yeah.
about what you want to do. You're welcome to take that and use that to actually start implementing some of that stuff and getting the calendars going. I give you all the templates right there.
Okay.
Or you can assign it to us and with a little bit more guidance about exactly how you want January, February, March, it's more of a phone call. And you would just tell us what you want to accomplish and we'll get a framework for you to action
Wow.
it.
Okay, so you'll get this to me. I will send it out to everybody
Yes.
else. We will double check both of these.
I'll get it to you, you'll give me feedback on it and then iterate on it and then we'll send it back out to the full committee.
Wow. Okay. Okay, cool. Is that cool? So everybody look for that in your emails next week, I guess.
Okay,
Okay, awesome.
that's
And then
amazing.
we'll go from there. Step
Yeah.
by step. Nothing's a rush. Cool.
Impressive.
All right. Anything else with the town branding then? We're all set. Okay, wonderful. So I do have one thing of new business. I don't know if anyone else does, I do just want to bring up the passport because we're gonna get closer. So I just jotted down really brief. September, I will plan to bring you guys proofs because I don't know if you remember last year, but we filled up that we had like a 1-pager passport and we had filled it. So she said, we're gonna have to do something bigger, maybe even like a tri-fold or bifold situation. So I will meet with her in the next month and bring like some proof things for you to see next month.
And
How's that?
remember, we need quotes for everything.
And we need
price
quotes
quotes.
for the printing. You got it, my friend. And then I figured by October, we could all be working on getting the businesses between September and October. So October, we'll just like double check with how we're doing with that progress. And then November for the meeting, we will finalize the passport and have it set. So just to give you guys an idea, Thanksgiving, that Thursday is November 27th. So small business, you got Black Friday and then Small Business Saturday is that weekend. And I want to say we did it less than 2 weeks last year and we were saying 3 would be good for this year. Like a month is too long and 2 was kind of too short. So do we want, looking at the calendar, do we want to start the week before or we can even start that Sunday, like the 23rd? And then do 1 to 3 weeks till like December 13th. Last year, if you remember, our finalization was for the Winterfest and we announced the winner there. I'll be honest, I don't think we need to hit that mark this year. I think we can just do whatever dates we feel is good.
So you're talking about,
Or should we have it like end like the Sunday after Thanksgiving, like end the 30th, not go into December at all.
I don't think people are shopping until they hit Thanksgiving. I think they panic.
Yeah.
A lot of-
It's distractions
I completely agree.
Okay.
between election
I mean-
days, Veteran Day, Thanksgiving, all that. You
And
get
then
a
all
lot-
of a
Black
sudden
Friday is like the
people-
biggest shopping day in American history every year.
Right.
I don't think people are shopping until.
And this is a really late Thanksgiving, so there's
Maybe one
only 4
before.
weeks between, sometimes there's 5 weeks depending on how the dates work, but there's only 4 weeks in between.
So are you advertising Sundays or the whole weeks? Or are we doing this, the Sundays or the whole weeks?
It's
Whole
for 3
weeks,
solid
3
weeks,
solid weeks.
So
but
let's-
when do we wanna start
I
and
like the
finish it?
23rd.
The 23rd,
I
so
was
then
thinking
that
say
would take
one
us,
before
Yeah.
And then 2 after.
okay, so the 23rd to, oh my God, does that take us to the 14th?
Yes.
So the 23rd,
I like that.
30th, oh no, the 7th would be 3 weeks, no? Wait,
No, because the 30th, so the 23rd, the 30th carries
3.
across the first week.
oh,
of
gotcha,
December.
so do we wanna end on the 13th or the 14th? The 13th, 14th,
13th makes more sense, I guess.
cause it's Saturday the 13th,
Yeah.
but we could,
That's up to you, whatever you think.
why don't we give them that whole weekend to drop off? I
Okay.
feel like people
Yeah,
need
that's
Yeah.
true.
as much time as
Saturday and
possible,
Sunday.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
So, November 23rd to
December 14th.
December, I went the wrong way, I was in October, December 14th, and then so they have until the 14th to do it, and then,
Drop off by the following Saturday, the 20th? Or no?
drop off what?
I don't know, what do they have to do?
They have to drop off.
I think they have to drop off by the 14th.
Okay.
14th.
Yeah, and then, what are, guys, I need help. We did first, second, and third prize,
Yes.
and we just called them and they came and picked it up, right? So it's not like,
Delivering.
it's like that on the 14th. Oh no, we have to run around to all the, that's what it is. We have to run around to all the places because are we making the drop-offs anywhere again?
You may want a central, I mean,
Or no,
whatever
we
you
made,
guys wanna do.
no, the drop-offs were only at a few places.
Yeah, I think they did
Where
one at the
people can pick
library,
up the
right?
passports, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
It was the library and Karma's, were those the only drop-offs?
I think so.
No, because they're not open.
So there's library karmas, but you could pick up a passport anywhere. That's what we did.
That's what we did.
Any of the businesses had a version of the passport that we
Thank
handed
you.
out, or you could get it online.
So then maybe we announce like that Friday or something, just to give us some time?
Where they have to drop it off to?
Announce on the night.
No, they,
Okay.
Announce
I
the
didn't
winners on the
participate
night.
last year. I don't remember why, but I wasn't.
you like that? Okay,
Yes.
Friday the 19th.
That gives
Okay.
them the weekend to pick up, and then
Okay.
we're into Christmas.
Yeah, and they have time to use their gift cards like before the holidays, whatever, right? Okay. I think my only other question for today with the passport then is, so we did not charge last year, except for we asked for a $25 gift card donation. I think we should charge this year because printing is extremely expensive.
Sure.
So my pitch is a $25 cash and $25 gift card. Or you can give us $50 and you don't have to give us a gift card. But I think at least $25.
If you hit them, just me, if you hit them for both, they might be a little, if you get them for the printing and then you get what other gift cards you can for your prizes, but that's.
The gift cards would be our prizes.
Right.
So do an either or?
And then the money goes towards the printing.
Yeah,
And then
I
we have a
mean-
little money in the budget to kind of just help support the backup on both. Like if we're like, oh, let's go buy $100 Amazon gift card, or like if we decide to buy a bigger prize, we have a little bit of leeway with that.
So do
Right.
you agree with Eric's suggestion of either or? They either give you a $25 gift card or.
Well, they can't
$25
participate unless they pay for the printing, right? I assume that's part of
Okay.
it. And then if they give
We need
you,
money this year. The printing's very expensive. We've
Yeah.
printed a lot of
So-
copies.
we
I don't know
can't
how
force
else to
that,
say it.
But you know,
Right.
we gladly accept a donation of a gift card, but we are asking for $25 towards the printing.
So it's either
You're
it
saying
costs
the
you
cost is
50,
50.
it costs you 50. Either give us 25 in money and 25 in gift cards, or 50 in money. But we can't just take 50 in gift cards. Know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay? And we had what, like 33 last year?
For some reason, I was not involved in this last year and I don't remember why. There was a good reason, but I don't remember why.
Okay.
So I don't recall the details. I'm so sorry.
Excuse
No, you're
me,
doing-
Say it again?
excuse me, how much is our budget?
3,500,
I think that's what you got.
But
3,500.
how much was printing last year?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Printing was 1,300.
It was
So-
high.
So almost half the budget. That's
Well, you
the
only had
problem.
$1,000 last year. We went over, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's half the budget this year, so to try to defray that a little bit with some support from the businesses who
What
are
did you
getting
guys pay?
publicity. Say
What?
again?
What did you guys find?
We printed passports. We printed, I don't know how many. We printed passports. Oh,
However,
and we bought. No, we printed passports. We didn't have to buy prizes. They donated all the prizes, right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's how we.
yeah.
so the goal of this is
So
to drive.
can, I have
Go
a
ahead, Teresa.
question. Can that money that they're paying go into the EDC budget, or does it have to go into the general fund? That's something we may want to look at.
Well, I don't think it matters where it goes, as long as it comes from us. We just need to cover our stuff. That's it.
But there's a budget.
Yeah,
And now we're adding, you can't add money to the budget, is my understanding. I could be wrong. So I think we have to figure out.
I don't think we're adding money to the budget. I think we're just paying for the printing.
So I
Am I wrong?
suspect that what you collect will be less than what the printing's going to cost, and then we're gonna augment it with your budget money, so
Right.
that's fine. As Teresa points out, basically at the end of the year, any money there is going to go back into the general fund when budget
Right.
season rolls around.
Oh, so it's, if it's
Right.
over
So
and
it's
above
a-
3,500.
Right, so it's a use it or lose it kind of situation, so.
Gotcha. So we just have to be
The-
careful with that and keep good records.
Well, that's something that finance would do.
Okay,
We just need to spend the money.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you.
okay.
What was my other question? Who do we need to get the checks made out to, Eric? Do you know? Just the town of Newington?
Checks for,
If people
When
make
these businesses
donations.
they're not making donations, they're paying for
Sorry.
okay,
the passport.
So they're not handing us cash.
right.
I mean, they might hand
I'll-
us cash. Is
I'll-
that a
I'll find
problem?
out on that to be exact.
Thank you.
You know what, can we set up a Venmo specifically for that?
Hey, Girlfriend, you
sorry.
can't even have a Facebook. You want a
Oh, all
Venmo?
right.
Oh, you're so cute.
Trying to make life easier, sorry, I
I-
forget, this is government, never mind.
You're so cute. Actually, the chamber doesn't even have its own Venmo.
You're right, you're right. All
Okay.
These QR codes and.
All right, I
stuff.
just wanted to bring up so that we were in line for the passport. Are we
That makes
good?
sense.
All right, very good there. Town planning, Eric, give us what you got.
Let's see. There is a restaurant that will be going into where Chef's Doghouse was.
Oh, yay.
They have a couple other restaurants in a couple towns.
And you can't tell us yet, otherwise. you
I
would
cannot
have.
remember the name.
Oh, okay, all right.
Call them out.
There is, I've been in discussions with someone that will be taking over Toasted Oat as well.
Yes, we're very excited. He
Oh.
worked at Goldberger's and Toasted Oat for a long time.
Didn't we see a Facebook about that?
Yep,
Well, he
Okay.
worked at Five and Dime. when it was
Okay.
Five
and
and Dime, thank you. Oh, I loved Five and Dime.
And they're going to put it back the way it was at Five and Dime with the counter and the booth back. is what
Love
was.
it. Emo Cafe. Have you heard?
Yeah, that's what we. heard.
Gothic
I knew, I
Emo
was like, I
Cafe.
heard something on Facebook, okay.
That's gonna be cool.
You may have heard Wonder Restaurant is going into Meadow Commons.
No, what is that?
Wonder?
It's called Wonder. You'll have to look it up. I can't describe it.
Wait, what is Meadow Commons Shake Shack?
Yeah, that area, yep.
Oh,
It's going-
okay.
it's Going in one of the spaces over there.
When you said it, Cedar Mountain Commons
Nah.
came in my head and I was like, what's going on?
What's happening where Premier? With all those.
It looked like
restaurants?
something's going into the dry cleaner.
So, again, the property owner came in maybe 6 weeks ago, had a discussion with us at the counter. He was having trouble leasing it for whatever reason. And we were told at that time he was gonna be doing his own rehab,
Oh, good, okay.
but I haven't talked to him since, so
And they don't always have to tell you if it's changing
If-
hands or anything else.
Right, if they're just going in there, just doing, some work,
No,
I
okay.
don't think there's been any permits pulled or issued.
We
So
got
I don't-
excited with the brown paper and didn't know if somebody was taking over that. space.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was quite a bit of hullabaloo yesterday about
Okay.
that. Um,
Okay.
What else? Da-da-da.
Any takers on the back of the old flower shop? Any news?
I have not heard, no one's inquired about that.
How big of a space is that?
800 square feet.
So, yeah, he did all the work. Peter did all the work back there. He's got the entrance and everything, so.
It's like set up like for like a little
Little
Little store, a little
window in the back
cafe,
even.
maybe,
Yeah.
who knows?
Very
Oh, so like a
cute.
little Italian ice shop or something? Okay,
Yeah, it
Very
could be.
cute.
all right.
Any questions for Eric?
And mom and pop pokey
Where is the flower
closed.
place?
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
The florist?
No, the floor is closed.
Where
So
is it located?
It's.
On Main Street, next to Carvel?
Main Street, and right now it's the dog place.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
can't think of her name, Walker. I can't think of.
Yeah,
the name.
Pound and home.
Pound and Home, but they divided the property, and in the back, there's still 800 square feet.
Oh, in the back.
I haven't seen,
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Is their name Walker and they work with dogs? Does that be,
You
Oh,
are
that's
so funny. I never
hysterical.
put that
Nor
together.
did I.
you just gotta walk with it?
Oh,
That's
gosh.
funny. I did not do that. That's
Mhm.
hysterical.
That's great.
What an entertaining crowd we are.
I think so. I have a good time here.
And I think there's three.
We heard about the grocery store.
Okay,
Don't you, okay.
you heard about it.
So is Price Chopper gonna close and move over there? Or we don't know?
I personally don't know.
We don't
I
know.
suspect
Yeah,
at some point.
okay.
And then what happens to Price Chopper?
Bum, bum, bum.
I have a client for Price Chopper.
Okay.
I have somebody.
So
for
when
Price
do
Chopper.
we think it's opening? Or we don't know?
So they haven't, they've been doing their due diligence for probably a month or so now. So we expect permitting to start. So they have to fit out their interior,
Gotcha.
and then I
Okay.
don't know what their time frame is. And I don't know if this is gonna be, they're both gonna be open for a while together.
Right,
And then one,
yeah.
cause,
See if it carries, see if it's enough to carry.
yeah, I
Okay.
personally, myself, I suspected that when that grocery store came online, that Newington would lose a grocery store.
Sure. It only makes sense, right? Yeah.
But it's, because with Target and Sam's and Walmart all selling groceries, it's,
Hmm.
Totally.
But it does all depend on people's habits and proximity.
Right.
And, okay.
Maybe we can get an Ames back.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was Ames when I
Let's
was a
shoot for
kid.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go to Kmart, blue lights.
Yep.
other than that, I
Or
don't.
Blockbuster. I'd love a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Very good. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Online questions? Excellent day. Great meeting, everybody.
Got a lot done today. My
We're doing a
goodness.
lot.
Ooh.
You're on the hook.
Just
It
saying.
is public participation, but there is no one.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not
online.
like done. Okay. Any commissioner comments tonight? That's you guys.
I've made
Nope.
Yes, Mike?
I was just saying I have
Echo,
no
Teresa.
comments.
Oh,
He said he
okay.
has no.
Isn't that,
Okay.
isn't that a comment? That he has no
That is
comments?
correct.
Okay.
Okay, public participation, adjournment, motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Second.
make a motion. to
Second?
adjourn.
Third?
Okay, I second.
Aye.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good
You're
night,
a
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You chose well.
This was mine,
All
this was
Yes, go
mine.
ahead.
This, thank you.